Maresca versus Arteta tomorrow in the Premier League. It's going to be an interesting game. Let's see who's going to win. If Chelsea wins that game, they will cover that point. They will reduce that point with just 3 points. If Arsenal wins that game, it's 9 points ahead of Chelsea, who are second on the table. So crucial game for both teams. I know somewhere Man City will be praying. Let them just have both of them should draw that game, so they will cover more points between them, because they are going to play Leeds today at 8:30. But now Man City has been up and on this season, even till last season. For Liverpool is going to go to Nonso's Westham. Nonso has a chance to pile more misery.
I will collect my 3 points.
More misery from Liverpool, but will it happen? We'll check if Liverpool are probably.
Or will it backfire?
Yeah, if an installed have done something in this Liverpool in the past couple of days
Do something next week
to win West Ham. But let's see. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today we'll talk about the Premier League and the La Liga. When we talk about La Liga, just the two big teams.
Good morning, and sorry.
Yes, good morning to you. A phenomenal morning to everyone joining us live on radio and YouTube. It's going to be an exciting show. I can feel it in my bloodstream right now. It's a phenomenal weekend. We are going to be picking up all 3 points. Some people are going to cry at the end of today. Some people are going to cry tomorrow. But whatever it is, take heart. I'm with you in spirit.
Good morning, Nasu.
Good morning, Godwin. Weekend of football. You just can't wait. Once it's Friday starting, you start dancing, thank God it's Friday. After dancing, thank God it's Friday, you just sit straight to your TV, collect remote from everybody over Holland.
Straight up.
Cartoon don't end. Cartoon will end by
back seats to the kids and the moms.
It's that both of you are not married, but
Cartoon will end on Friday. Friday night.
To the kids and the moms.
Saturday and Sunday from 1 p.m. If you don't go sit down with me, watch ball, chop popcorn. Go inside your room, go cry.
Okay, well, let's say it's going to be a fantastic weekend. Arsenal, we're going to go away to Chelsea. Fantastic game everywhere in the Premier League. We're going to talk about most of those games, or maybe all of those games. We'll analyze and give you our own prediction of what we think will happen in that game. Okay, I'll give you the games that happen in the Premier League. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can always go there, join us then. When you go there, please remember to subscribe to our channel and drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Every weekend too, we'll drop videos on our YouTube channel on the game post-match analysis after the game have already been played. You can always go there, comment, we will respond with to you immediately. Okay, the games that will happen this weekend in the Premier League. First of all, General, what do you guys think about this Premier League? Who do you think will win it? First, let me ask before I give you this thing, because the atmosphere is moving to Arsenal. I want to know if you think that atmosphere is going to move to Arsenal truthfully this season. Just quickly.
Don't worry, by February we go know. They say not before December, not before second lap, they know can we go win which second lap? Le Mans. The Le Mans, not before second lap, you go know who can we go win. Not before even the first 2 hours, not 24 hours drive. For a Grand Prix, any Grand Prix, whether it's Scotland or Indian Grand Prix, not before the 7th lap you go know. Now for like 60th lap,
okay, so what do
you
you think?
know. But again, after 11 or 12 games in the Premier League, Arsenal top of the table with 6 points difference from second place, and I think 7 points or 8 points different from third place. It shows that everything is pointing towards Arsenal to win it. But again,
anything can happen.
You see the Premier League. 2 injuries now, and you start asking
what do you think? Just quickly, what do you think?
Yeah, quickly, I think Arsenal are firm favourites. You have to put them firm favourites because all the spanners that would have been thrown into the Arsenal works have been thrown. Not all of them. Some of them have been thrown, and they've survived. They talk about the injuries to key characters. Let's not forget that Odegaard hasn't played a couple of games in a couple of weeks now. If for an Arsenal side, last 3 seasons, that would have been end of
draw.
They would have been drawing.
They would not chop draw some tire.
Also, Arsenal have played, I think, the last 3-4 weeks without a striker in that position. In quotes, that's something that would have been an issue for them.
That be issue. They don't play without striker
seasons ago too. When when Gabriel Jesus went on injury, Arsenal suffered. That was 2 or 3 seasons ago. So I'm saying that one of what should throw them off.
Okay.
They've already moved beyond that, so you have to put them as fan favorites. I am praying for something.
Okay, let's
A
see.
15-game winning streak from City.
Calm
15
down.
game winning streak from City.
Yes.
Beat Leeds first.
Okay, the games for this weekend, there is no early kickoff today. Our game will start by 4 p.m. Brentford will play Burnley. Manchester City will play Leeds United. Sunderland will play Bournemouth, and Everton will play Newcastle at 6:30. The final game for today is Spurs will play Fulham. So in quotes, only City are the big teams playing today. But on Sunday,
Spurs, uncle.
Spurs sabi play ball.
They don't play for top 6.
But on Sunday is where all the guys will play, and we're going to see interesting games on Sunday. Arsenal is going to go away to Chelsea in that big encounter. Arsenal wins, Arsenal goes 3 points. But if they lose to Chelsea, Chelsea will cover that point with 3. So it's going to be an interesting game. So for tomorrow's game, Crystal Palace will play Manchester United by 1 p.m. Man U
fans, please
okay.
do the needful.
1 p.m. Crystal Palace will play Manchester United. By 3 p.m. Aston Villa will play Wolves. Wolves are in trouble. Nottingham Forest are flying will play Brighton. West Ham will play Liverpool in the encounter by 3 p.m. Then finally Chelsea will host Arsenal. Okay, let's talk about the Saturday's game. Let's start with City. City is going away to Leeds. Leeds are
Leeds
are here and there. They are not really they are not favourite to win this game, but you know things can happen in football. Manchester City is not the Manchester City we used to know. If not like 3 years ago, if like 3 years ago, we say that it's going to be a blowout, but almost things can happen in football. But no, so what do you think will happen in this game?
After 2 consecutive losses for Pep, Pep, I think he's going to be looking for a way to come back from it. And after we are back, you lose by 2 goals margin in 2 consecutive games. It means something is wrong in the setup. I don't know what it is, but again, it just means he should look inwards. But in this game, it's just supposed to be one-sided game. Against City or against Leeds United, I want Leeds United to win. As I say, United for their back, and they support them. But again, it's a City side that you don't know what will happen. You don't know what you expect. You don't know if you're going to go with the first 11 or you're going to go with a substitute 11 or you're going to go with the third 11 in this one.
And the rest of that is players, so everybody's going
and anything in this City team can turn up on the night and perhaps get their goals and get their win. But again, I'm going to say it. If Pep knows what's good, play Bernardo on the bench. Mamouche is back. These 2 players can work. One can be your midfielder, while the other one can be your striker. Now let's talk tactically. Haaland, Mamouche behind him. I don't know how you want to put your players on the flank. Either Doku and Foden on the flanks, or perhaps you play Doku, or you play the 2 of them up front. You play Dogu, Foden, and another person in midfield with your Tijani Reinders and Nico in midfield. Then you have your solid midfield that could run Leeds United riot at any point of the game. And you have your solid back 4 with Diaz, Guardiola, and the rest of them. But again, if you say you want to go with Haaland on the bench, I'll be the happiest person to see the game.
No, Haaland will play on job. What do you think will happen in this game quickly?
Yes, first and foremost, the loss in the midweek was totally unnecessary, totally uncalled for, because what's his name now? Pep Guardiola made one of the biggest mistakes of every coach out there, which is tinkering. Then secondly, coming into this game, the first thing I want to say is I want to see the lineup I recognize, which is everybody in their position. Haaland up forward, and then Foden behind him, Doku and Savinho on the wings, and then having my double pivot behind them, talking about Mini, Rodri and Tijani. Fine and good.
Tijani have not been playing recently. I don't even know why.
Mini, Rodri, Tijani in that middle. Without Tijani, that team suffers. So I want Tijani back in that side. Bernardo, thanks and don't mention on the bench.
Captain.
Anchored to the bench. Captain Van Haaland. Moving on. Then talking about that's where I want to see the team set up. Please, Trafford. What is happening to Liverpool now is happening because Mamadashvili is new and they are breaking him in on the bench. Thank you, Donnarumma starting.
Obviously, Donnarumma is their first goalkeeper.
Trafford is your first goalkeeper now before Donnarumma came in.
Yes, first choice now is Donnarumma, not Trafford, please.
No, please. If Trafford came in, you brought him in. He was doing fantastic at Burnley.
And you are trying to be sarcastic.
No, and you brought him in. No, so why would you bring him in and he makes a couple of blunders that led to goal and you already want him out already?
They didn't
I
want
don't
to
want him out. He is our second-rate goalkeeper right
obviously,
now.
I think Pep wanted to give
Obviously.
them a game
Give
time.
them game time,
But
definitely.
they probably didn't know that it's going to lose against Bayer Leverkusen. But things happen in
He
football.
knows.
Let's
He
get your
knows.
prediction for that game. City versus Leeds. Who wins?
City versus Leeds
Blood.
with the lineup
Mm.
I called 3-0 win.
3-0 win.
Maybe
Also.
blood. I expect Leeds United to put up a fight.
Okay.
Draw.
Okay. Let's
Possible
move on to other games that will happen today by 4 p.m. Brentford will play Burnley. Who wins in that game?
Brentford, please.
Draw.
A draw game. Okay. Sunderland versus Bournemouth. It's going to be an interesting game.
Sunderland.
Very interesting game, but Bournemouth should win. Andoni Raiola.
Okay.
I respect Raiola, but again, I just feel like Sunderland is just on that path to get what it takes. It has
What
what
happened
it takes.
last time out?
You know me, what happened last time out? They still held Arsenal to a 2-2 draw. So I just expect them to do what it takes to just hold Bournemouth to a draw perhaps a win.
Okay. The 6:30 game. Flying Everton after beating Manchester United at Old Trafford on Monday.
Yeah.
They are going to play Newcastle that they beat City and went on to lose in Champions League games. Who wins in that game? Everton is playing at home. Who wins?
Draw.
Everton.
Draw.
Back.
A draw. Okay, the final game for today is Spurs. Spurs going to play Fulham in today's final game. Spurs have struggled recently in the Premier League after a flying start from Frank, but they have been struggling. But they are going to play Fulham. Chukwueze scored, gave an beautiful assist for them to win the last game. But they are playing Spurs at home. What do you think will happen? Like, who wins in that game?
For me, I would like to say Spurs because they have the players in every box to be able to dominate. I would like to say Spurs also because of the way we saw them play, even against a better team. Talking about the Paris Saint-Germain side, and then coming back to the Prem, I feel like what's his name now is not going to play defensive today because they need to win. Everything we've seen him do in Europe is because it's his first season, it's his first run of the mill in that competition. So he's allowed to be a bit more defensive. In this game, he's going to be attacking and they are going to win it.
Okay, also.
Attacking, yes. But winning it, there's a question mark because I think in midfield they've suffered in midfield. Again, it's Fulham side, you should be running them over. It's Fulham. We say Tottenham has struggled. I think they came flying and they've lost just a couple of 3 games. In the last 5, they lost a couple of 3 in the last 5 games against Arsenal, PSG, and one other game that they lost. But if you look at the way they play, I keep saying it. It seems like the attackers don't know what the plan is yet. The man wants them to press, wants them to cover more distance. That's why he's playing 2 attackers that would run to the midfield and run to defend, and also run forward to create the chances. We saw what he did with Wisha and Mbeumo at Brentford, and we are seeing that. I think that's the same thing he wants to do with these 2 men up forward in his team, Richarlison and Kolomwani. I think that was one of the reasons he dropped Solanke to the bench because he lacks the pace
to
press. Now, before the injury was on the bench, he lacks the pace to press like these other 2 players. And I think that's one thing. What he did with Wisha and Mbeumo is what he wants to do with these 2 players again. And I feel like they are not getting it right yet.
Who is going to?
You have to be clinical. You have to cover more ground. You have to defend and also attack at the same point. And I think if they do that right in this game, Tottenham must score for the win.
Yeah, we are saying it as if Brentford was finishing top 4. All these things we are talking about is not this
now
team.
Brentford,
See,
mid-table team with attackers that
goodness.
do
impressive. You think that Brentford is finishing somewhere top 6?
But you saw them build into the place of finishing in the top half.
That's what I'm saying.
Finishing in the top half in the Premier League is like winning Champions League for a team like Brentford, if you remember.
Oh wow!
And for teams like also Sheffield United when they finished in the top half of the season.
And for teams like Westham, right?
Okay, let's
moving on.
If I finish at top half, I win FA Cup.
Okay, let's move over to the Sunday games. Aston Villa will play Wolves. Wolves are in trouble. Wolves are in really, really big trouble in the Premier League.
They are anchored to the foot
they're anchored
of the
to
table.
that on the bottom of the table. Obviously, they are going to relegate. I can't see any miracle except something extraordinary happens to them from this game and upcoming games. But Aston Villa are strong. Who wins in this game?
I'll give it to Villa. If there's a team that needs it to move up and hope to qualify for Europe, Villa.
Okay,
I think it's high time Rob Edwards starts to turn things around for Wolverhampton.
I agree with you too because
but again, you came into the side and you want to turn things around, and the first run of 5 games is a very, very tough games.
It's only 2 games or 3 games you don't coach.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's tough. They are tough games against big teams. teams that are way bigger than you in the Prem so far. If you look at the records and look at the history of the clubs, they are way bigger, and in terms of form as well, they are bigger than you. But again, he came in and he's played two. I think he's played 2 games so far with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he's lost in those 2 games. I feel like this is the time against Aston Villa you can still manage your way around it. They're in the top half of the table.
I disagree with
But
you on that.
You can manage your way around it. Aston Villa attack no dey score goal yet, so you can manage if you understand what I mean by they score goal, the main man never starts the score. So you can use that opportunity to play your defensive game and get at least a draw. From there you can start building.
Where I have a problem with the quagmire that Wolves are in right now is that number one, you are bottom of the table. You have just 2 points out of 12 games already. You still have ample games to recover. You can still escape the bottom position because you have ample games to recover. But the problem is against teams like Villa, teams like the top 6, top 7, those games, the best you can do is make yourself hard to score against.
Okay.
You cannot play attacking football against them because they will do your goal difference damage.
So
it's against your bottom relegation strugglers like Westham. You will not come out and fight tooth and nail. It's those people you need to come out.
Come out, fight against Westham. I go to beat you.
So who wins in that game? Aston Villa versus Wolves.
Villa winning.
Okay, let's see. If Villa wins, if the result goes their way, they will move to second. For example, if Chelsea if Arsenal wins against Chelsea and City drop points, any points, and Aston Villa wins their game against the Wolves, they will move to second. So they are fourth on the table right now, so they need to win that game if they still want to finish somewhere, very, very somewhere around that top 4.
Godwin, in that game in the midweek, they played Daniel Malen in the 9th position. Let's see if it will work in the Premier League.
Moving on for other games, Nottingham Forest, who play Brighton. Nottingham Forest have been flying. They probably lost only 1 game since he took over that club, Sean. So I think he has done a great job. Yeah, he has done a great job. But they are playing Brighton. Brighton has been off, and they will beat you 3-1 there and go and lose 2-0 to another team. Come and win again. So they keep win and loss. That's what Brighton has been. Even though they are sixth on the table, but they are, with 19 points, they have done well. But for Crystal Palace are 5th on the table with 20 points. So if they win this game, they move level with Chelsea before Chelsea plays. So it's going to be an interesting game. But who wins in that game? Nottingham Forest versus Brighton.
It's a good one because Brighton are there or thereabouts. They are 6th right now on the table. Nottingham Forest, if they finish in the top 10, they will be happy this season. Maybe finish in the top 10.
They finish above relegation.
Finish in the top 10.
The way they are going.
The way they are going, yes. Because let's not forget, this is Sean Dyche. Finish in the top 10 and go far in the European competition.
When Sean Dyche ever finish for top 10?
No, it's not about Sean Dyche now. The difference is, see, when you talk about clubs and managers, the club is different, the manager is different. The club as it is wired to do, no, the club as it is wired to finish in the top 10. The manager is a manager that survives teams basically. The players can, if the players match their performances last season under this guy, top 10 is guaranteed. The question is now if they will add a gravy or icing on top. So I would say that for this season, they should be finishing top 10. The question is, after they finish this season, is he going to be the man to keep them in this position next season, or will they look for someone better?
Okay, who is in this game?
First of all, finishing top 10, they are in the bottom 5. Still in the relegation battle if you look at where they are in the table.
And it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Like we know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And in the bottom 5, and you look at the teams above them, they are not ready, those teams are not ready to let their foot off the pedal. They are also targeting top half and European competition places. Those teams, if you look at the likes of Sunderland, Westham, Westham is still below them at some point. Man United, Liverpool, Brighton, and which Brighton as well. If you look at what this man has done, he's slightly missed out on European competition on 2 occasions. Brighton in the last 4 years have slightly missed out on European competition on 2 occasions. And you look at this one, he's built gradually. Though the midfield is not what they used to be last season, Baleba is off form. If I have to be honest with you, Baleba has been off his game, and I think this man wants to just build a team that could compete in European stages. And I think Continental is the target for Brighton and Fabian. So if that is the target for them, Nottingham Forest is going to not win this one.
Okay, let's see who wins that one. It's going to be Nottingham Forest versus Brighton tomorrow Okay, the other games that will happen tomorrow is Crystal Palace will play Manchester United. Manchester United are 10th on the table with 18 points. Crystal Palace are 5th with 20 points. So if they win their game before Chelsea, they will draw points, same point with Chelsea before Chelsea plays Arsenal. So if Aston Villa, as I said already, if Aston Villa beats their opponents, they will move second on the table if Manchester City drop points today. So it's going to be an interesting weekend. If Arsenal wins, they go 9 points. So every game is necessary. They need that top from first to sixth. They need to win their game somehow to cover points. But it's going to be an interesting game. Crystal Palace are strong this season to an extent, but they have, if you look at their last 5 games, they have won 2, drawn 2, and lost only 1. For Manchester United, they have won 2, drawn 2, and lost only 1. The same form, they are in the same form, but Crystal Palace has a better points than Manchester United. What do you think will happen in that game today?
Yes, tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
basically. Yeah. Manchester United. I want to, before we talk, because this is Manchester United now. What was said in the midweek about what's his name, Ruben Amorim, is that when you have a one-man advantage on the pitch, you do not press your advantage. And so by not pressing your advantage, by not adapting for that situation, you made the team with one man down win that game comfortably without putting any pressure on them. So I would say that the problem is in this encounter now, you are going to play a Crystal Palace side that can press. You are going to play an informed Mateta. You are going to play these guys the way they are. Crystal Palace at home, you are away. Is going to be a bloodfest.
No, 2 years ago they beat them 4-0. Yeah, I remember.
It's going to be a bloodfest. So please, this is not me now trying to come against Manchester United. The bottom line is show up. Don't like us, so we say show up. Show up.
So what do you think will happen in this game?
Man United to win. They've broken the course of losing to Crystal Palace. They've broken the course of losing to Brighton. They've broken the course of losing to Brentford.
We'll see the proof of the pudding.
They've broken the course of losing to all these teams. On to the next one. Man United for the win.
Yeah, but Cunha is still out.
They suffered last because everybody wants to talk about, once it happened to Man United, everybody wants to talk about Man United and their flaws and their woes. Again, with what happened against Everton was a very poor and terrible performance from the players. They were not running enough. I was watching that game. They were not running. They were not pressing enough. They were not doing anything enough. They were not doing nothing enough for the Man United side again in that team. But again, you went with a team that doesn't have a striker and a team that doesn't have an attacking player on the bench. So
Zexi was the striker
started. He started. There was no attacking player on the bench.
On the bench, okay.
On the bench, there was no attacking player on the bench. With Mount playing in the bench, you can say Mount has been playing as a first nine for them. You won't give Mount.
See, everybody will collect injuries at some point.
Like I said,
it's a given, and it's not an excuse.
And I'll go back to what I said in the beginning of the season. Even if Man United let them win the next 7 games, I am still not convinced of them arriving. They are still a team in transition. They just need to they've got in a couple of players that will start for the team. Now it's replacement for those players in case anything happens to those players for squad depth. We saw it with Arteta building every time they buy defender. Now defender fee go injury, another 10 defender they in their place. We don't go feed their absence. That's what's happening at Arsenal right now. For Man United, they missed the chances of scoring their goals. They went in to get the big guns to score goals. And you look at the players this season so far, they've been scoring goals as much. They scored more than Liverpool. They've scored at least 19 goals this season, which is last season Man United in general no score up to 20 goals.
How is that a big leap from their performance last season?
It is. Yeah.
They scored 19.
How is that a big leap?
No, wait.
Yes.
See, understand what I'm saying. Last season Man United were conceding more goals and not scoring at all. By this time,
long goal.
Thank you.
But make it be saying the number they don't score this season.
For all the talk about look at the number individually. 250 million spent individually across the 4 players. Who is the highest goal scorer?
Who be the form?
How many goals?
3 players they buy.
And against the 3 of the excuse me now, be coming down.
Matisi is creating the chances. Mbemo is scoring the goals.
Matisi not supposed to score goal.
Wait now, he's creating the chances.
Mbemo has how many goals?
Before now, it was Bruno creating most of the chances for Man United.
Una don't remove Bruno for that position. Carry and go see.
Matisi has created more this season.
How many goals does he have?
Mbemo has scored more this season.
How many goals
Sesko
does he have?
has not played more.
Okay.
Sesko, how many goals does he
He
have?
has
That's
3
what
goals.
I'm saying.
Now, if you're counting the goals for players, I count starts. If you start, you score. I count that for you. No, if you come 20 minutes in, I'll come count you play that match. I know you count 20 minutes
wow.
in.
That's
Like,
you.
when I compare,
What is generally acceptable
what is
across
the
the
matches
globe
played?
is
Yes.
matches played.
Now,
Simple.
when you talk about matches played, you now do when you don't want to do the calculation, you now do calculation per minute played.
Let me say something about this per minute thing. If the coach
Hey,
if you are sitting on the bench, that means you are not good enough.
For the
to
coach,
start.
not like you.
And
At the beginning, I will tell you this debate about Manchester United signing in Sesko and Christopher Vivio, bringing him in, as opposed to who Amorim wanted for himself. And again, there was this
somebody across the pond is making it work. Coming back to the same question we had on this table now. Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko, and you're talking about Manchester United being resurgent, scoring 19 goals, equal. No, you call the fact that also conceding 19 basically as it is.
Which means they've not solved the issue at the back line.
Of all the signings made, 250 million spent, 5 goals from Mbeumo. This is not even breaking. Okay, this is Premier League record now, so to say. Sesko 2, Cunha 1.
Premier League goals. Yeah.
Cunha 1. 5 from 12 from Mbeumo. Cunha 1 from 10 from Cunha. And then talking about Sesko, 2 from 11 for him. The other person leading
2 from 11 that he started only 4.
Excuse me, that's your context. This is they say in jurisprudence the justice is blind.
No, if you
whether you want tell me say 2 from 4 where you start,
or did you not put hands? I just want to tell you, if you bring up your stats.
Excuse me, if you say 2 from 4 where you start, I will not go and probe further. Did you score that 2 from inside that 4, or you scored the 2 from the sub you came on? Of which I know you scored 1 from a sub.
You scored the 2 from the matches.
You scored 2 from a sub.
I think he started 1 goal. He scored 2 goals in one particular game.
Yes, and he started in that game. That was it.
The general one I'm trying to say.
All I'm saying is this
that one where he play 7 shot on target, because score 1.
Yeah, yes.
He started that match.
I remember that game. Okay, but
all the goals he scored, all the goals Sesko has scored for Man United was when he started.
My point
but
is
again,
if you are not starting,
the manager and he's been injured.
If the coach don't like you that much, or you're not putting the work in training ground, so it's 2 things. We don't know which one
it is.
I'm thinking that Sesko is still a young player. He will grow into this Manchester United team. I'm hoping that he grows into, because if you leave Manchester United now, where you go see yourself now, Real Betis, no big club will buy you, so you need to do well. That's the problem about going to big club or loan to Aston Villa
on the bench,
or Crystal Palace or on
and
the
you
bench.
still be on the bench,
or you go back to Germany and play for where you came from. So it's going to be an interesting game for Crystal Palace and Manchester United. I've already said Manchester United have not solved whatever it is that is their problem. They have scored 19 and have considered 19 goals. If they lose this game, they'll enter minus negative goal difference, which in the past season they have finished minus negative goal difference. It's always crazy for me that Manchester United as a club keep finishing with a negative goal difference for 2 or 3 seasons in a row. So they need to start fixing up their defense. Or because you play 5 at the back and you still concede goals. I don't even understand that one too. But let's see. Who wins in that game? Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Who are you giving the win or a draw?
And the world went quiet.
Crystal Palace, please.
Okay, and also Manchester United. Okay. But again, the possible draw is written in the sky, the possible draw.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Westham is going to play Liverpool. Westham have won a couple of games, but for Liverpool have struggled. Liverpool are 12th on the table after playing first 5 games of the Premier League, and they won all 5. It was 15 points after 5 games, and everybody was saying, this is Liverpool's league. Nobody should even come close. This Arsenal is buying 100 players. Chelsea buy 100 players. They know if you reach. But suddenly, Liverpool started dropping points and dropping. They have lost 6 games in 12 games. They have lost. They don't even play draw. If they play better, they don't even play Liverpool draw. It's either they win or they lose. But they are playing 12 games, won 6, and they have lost this with 0. They are the only team that have not actually drawn a game in the Premier League. They are either losing or winning. So probably this West Ham might give them 1 draw, or I don't know. But West Ham also is playing Liverpool. Who do you think will win this
game? The last 4 games are beaten. I assure me now, we good like that.
The fact that you're stuttering over we good like that is everything we need to know.
No, we good like that. No, we good like that now. Beat Newcastle, beat Bournemouth, draw. You know,
Over ginger.
now coming against
ginger.
Liverpool. Like I said, this Liverpool team, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. It's not smart that you lose back-to-back games. You lost against City. I was expecting a comeback in the next game, which they went on to lose that next game. I was okay, fine, it's okay like that. Let's expect a comeback in the next one.
They trashed them for Champions League.
They can't trash them again, which it was like 3-0, 3-0, 4-1. Like 3 straight games like that. It was disappointing for me to see for the Liverpool side. The Liverpool side that I pay you, not to say I like not like that, but I just pay you guys the respect that you guys deserve after what you've done so far. But again, going against my favorite team, it's going to be tough. I will not come and say we are going to blow Liverpool out of the water. You know they happen like that for football. I know they are not on form, but if you use us catch form, if you just pick one form like that, we will not know where it is.
Once in a while, after 5 games, they'll pick up.
They will pick 1 3 points. They'll can't use me pick the 3 points, which is not what I expect. So, with all due respect, your 3 points is in the next match. You see this one? It's coming to East London because I know what my manager is going to do in this game. Mavropanos is out injured. I hope he comes back soon because that defense line is missing him out. I hope he comes back soon. Again, with the lineup we went with, I think with the lineup we went for last week, we won most of the games, won most of the balls, but again, we were winning most of the second balls, not the aerial duels. But please put Thomas Sunchek in that midfield so we can win both the aerial duels in midfield and the second balls and progress into Liverpool's half and score the goals.
John, what do you think will happen in this game?
First and foremost, I have 4 stats to give you. The 4 stats I'm going to give you is that before I give you the 4 star, let me give you a caveat. Last season when Liverpool won the Premier League, they conceded almost as much goals as they are so far this season. That's the caveat. So please don't come and say that this conceding goals now the way they are this season is a new thing. We saw it happen last season. That's the caveat. So now coming in, these are the 4 stats I want to give you. In the last 3 games, Liverpool have conceded 10 goals. 10 from 3. Okay. Then secondly, if you talk about shots in the last in the Premier League right now, they've also conceded 20 goals in the Premier League. Conceded 20. Go back and look at last season. Look at what the record was last season. It tells you the decline in that aspect. But then you are conceding 20. If you look at the conversion on target versus total shots, 50 total shots, 124 total shots, 50 on target. That's a drop off in accuracy and conversion. So I'm coming to this part. So I'm going to come back and say that this game against Westham is a game Liverpool tie one hand behind their back and tie one leg and give Westham 4-0. But it's not going to be so in this encounter because the biggest problem Liverpool have is that man between the sticks and the guys up forward that are not scoring goals. We said this thing last season that Liverpool, very much like Real Madrid, they do not care so much if they concede. They care that they score more than you. Unfortunately, this season, they are not scoring more than their opponents. So I'm worried about that. I'm worried also about Mamadashvili and the bumbling 2 in front of him.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Who wins in that game?
Liverpool plays.
Who wins in that game?
I go beat Liverpool.
Okay, the news
that came.
The news that came out yesterday that that Real Madrid has informed Liverpool that they won't proceed to sign Konate in 2026. So Konate is forced to negotiate with Liverpool for a new deal.
Or you can hold out for a bidder in summer anyway.
His contract is free on summer. Real Madrid has pulled out. That's the rumor that Liverpool has told them already that they are not going to sign him. I think he's negotiating with Liverpool for a new deal for now, but it's just funny. It's just
I think Liverpool should be slow to negotiating a new deal.
Okay,
punish you for it.
Let's talk about the final game of this weekend's Premier League game. It's going to be Chelsea versus Arsenal. Good news for Chelsea because Palmer is back, fully back, and he's going to be in this squad that is going to play Arsenal. I don't know if he's going to start or if he's going to stay on the bench, but he is going to play some minutes in this game. And Maresca in his press conference said that he is their best player. He didn't even hide mouth. He said Palmer is their best player and is going to play some minutes in this game. But everybody knows Arsenal already. Arsenal is strong. They are top of the league. They are top of the league in the Champions League. They are top of the league in the Premier League. If they beat Chelsea, they will go 9 points clear of Chelsea, which is going to be very, very hard for Chelsea to cover up. If Chelsea beats them, even though Arsenal will still stay first, but at least it's now 3 points. So it's close. It's close. Then Man City will be maybe 4 points behind. So it's going to be close if they win their game. But in this game, in the grand scheme of things, if you look at it generally, what do you think will happen in this game? Arsenal is still without strikers, but they are still strong. Merino is still doing the job the way he did it last season. I think he played against Real Madrid with Merino, and they won both home and away. Now their 3 strikers are out, but maybe in a couple of 2 or 3 weeks, those strikers will be back and Arsenal will be strong because Jesus played in a closed door game, so he's building match fitness. But generally, what do you think will happen in this game?
The same thing I told you about the Bayern Munich game is what I'm going to tell you in this game again. Defense for defense, Arsenal is 10x better than Chelsea. Defense for defense, Arsenal is 10x better than Chelsea. The question mark is Caicedo, Enzo, and Declan Rice, Zubi. That's where the question mark is now. How would you rate these 4 midfielders?
Not really rate them. How would they play off each other in the game?
That's what I'm saying. How will you rate them? Who is above who? Because you've seen Caicedo and Enzo demolish teams, top teams for that matter. You've seen Jude Bellingham. Sorry. Declan Rice, my boy, and Zubimendi demolish teams as well, also hold on to possession in different teams. So this is where you say, this is where the match is going to be won between these 2 players. Arsenal defense can hold their own because the Chelsea attack has nothing to offer at the moment. Let's be honest about it. I'll still go back and say it again.
After spending how many millions?
Esther who?
Esther
Nobody Esther for Bible. Now Esther for Bible.
They compare Estavo and
Yama. They compare Estavo and Yama. For where?
People are
because you don't. No, I want to understand. Is it because the person Estapa don't miss play against? He played in the World Cup now. He played against. Did he play against Cucurella? He not now. He not come for them go play through the middle. The first score and go. You get play against a proper wing back. You get me? That's when I would start looking at you with that eye. Play against a proper full back. Yama played against a Cucurella that we've been shouting for the past 3 years that this guy is unplayable. All the wingers they run from Cucurella. So it's the same thing I'm going to say for this one. In the attack, Chelsea has nothing to offer. I'll still say the same thing for Arsenal. Arsenal has little to nothing to offer in the attack, except for bringing in players from the bench to come and convert your chances and create, or perhaps you rotate squad, which means you're bringing Martinelli for Trossard, your Merino, or the rest of them. But that attack line for Arsenal, the front 3, has nothing to offer. The Chelsea,
John, what do you think will happen in this
game? I know hide mouth. Yes. Find me call.
First and foremost, I want to say that coming into this game, I'm happy Palmer is available because they will not use it as an excuse. Palmer not there, now he make because of things that touch. Secondly, I like the fact that Arsenal wing this season
are creating,
not just creating, and scoring and finishing. Like I said when he moved to Arsenal, that Noni Madueke, apart from Doku, is one of the most direct wingers that I love in the Premier League. Number 1, they do go, let's send it back to defense. No, we are going forward. No turn around and whatever. That's one. So in that encounter, Merino up forward in this game, because Merino will start whether they like it or not. Merino up forward, Noni Madueke or Martinelli or Trossard or Saka, whoever is going to play in that wings. I'm confident that Arsenal have the tools in the toolbox to handle Chelsea. Now, Palmer or no Palmer, like Nonso said, I don't know who is in attack. That's why I was laughing, because I was saying what was in my mind. Now, the biggest question in this game is going to be not the lap. Who Enzo Maresca is going to start up for Neto or Pedro or Delap.
No.
That's the biggest question.
You see why?
Because if he starts Neto, Esteva is going to start like we saw in the
Champions League.
Yes, so that's the main thing.
No.
If he starts Neto, Arsenal will have more to contend with because of Esteva's pace and Neto in that place. Neto is a very dangerously sleekish player that can sneak into your defense and cause problems. So those are the only two things.
The same thing we said about Arsenal's Neto's pace against Barcelona. I'm going to say it here. In the middle, it's going to be useless. If he plays through the middle against this Arsenal midfield defense, it's going to be useless. Who you run past? You run past Saliba, you run past Kapi. In Kapi is a bit run. If they play left back, it's a bit run. unless Ateta will start a Calafiori,
Mm.
then you play Neto from the left to face Calafiori, then he can exploit Calafiori because Calafiori lacks space. But if he's going to play through the middle like he played against
Or
Barcelona,
if he plays
he has
Luis
nothing
Kelly,
to offer.
problem there.
If he plays
So
Luis
Califano
Kelly,
is going to start this one. That's
if
not
he plays
possible.
Calafiori, Neto will exploit him with pace. If he plays Luis Kelly, they will exploit him with dribble. He go to commit card because they go want dribble and well make him foul them. And if he foul them, he go collect card. That place will not be vulnerable for Chelsea to attack through. But if you are going to play, if you want to get a result against this Arsenal side, because I want me to get a result against Arsenal side, Neto, because as Godwin has said, you get, and I know one of my friends is listening from home. He said he knows they will play Calafiori from the left back, play Neto from the right wing.
Okay.
Then Timber, play this guy for her.
Who be that?
Estabar.
Estabar plays basically from the left.
Leave that thing. He play her for that right. Make it just a dribble the cross ball. Make it a dribble Timber the cross ball. Then you now have this man in the middle. Please, no matter what you do, both the Lapo, both Drumstick, both Pedro on the bench.
It's going to be
you now play Masgay.
The truth about the game will not start.
Yeah.
That's the problem now.
Let me tell you
That's
let me tell you how this match will pan out. The thing about Arsenal, apart from their individual brilliance, they play as a unit.
Thank you.
So talking about exploiting Calafiori is going to be necessary because the way they set up, they cover each other even when somebody is being exposed. And somehow their wingers track back very well to help out.
No doubt about
they
that.
defend as a unit and attack as a unit.
No,
That is what
I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that.
But it's going to be an interesting game. Palmer is back. Odegaard is back for Arsenal. I don't know if he's going to start for Arsenal or not, but he's back. He played some minutes in the Champions League. Palmer is going to play. I don't know if he's going to start or not, but like I said, he's their best player. So let's see who is going to start for the striking position for Chelsea. If he's going to go move to that first time, he's working for Arsenal. He worked for Chelsea when Neto played as a first time. So he has been working for Arsenal in the past couple of games. So let's see if all of them go play first time tomorrow now, or they will try because Pedro have not actually given them what they needed. Because Pedro's supposed to be that striker that plays like a false nine, but they click. So they tried him, they tried Neto, but let's see how it's going to pan out. It's going to be an interesting game. Arsenal are the one of the best defense in Europe. Chelsea are moving. They beat Barcelona at the midweek. So they are morale high. Arsenal beat Bayern Munich, so all of them morale high, everybody. So it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday by 5:30. Chelsea will host Arsenal at the Bridge. Last time Chelsea beat Arsenal at the Bridge is about 2018. It's been a while they've won Arsenal at that ground. But let's see, it's going to be an interesting. As I've already said, if Chelsea wins Arsenal tomorrow, the points will reduce to 3 points behind Arsenal. Then it's close. If Arsenal somehow manages to win tomorrow, it's 9 points ahead of Chelsea, which is going to be very hard for Chelsea to cover that ground. If for Man City will be praying somewhere, let both of them draw so that they can cover points from both Arsenal and Chelsea. But it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. Okay, before we start taking phone calls, let's quickly move to the La Liga. Before then, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. And one comment here, Chigozie is on our YouTube channel. Why would you guys write off Estavo? We are not writing off Estavo. Estavo is actually the one of
coming down.
He's going to be one of the biggest stars for Chelsea in upcoming years. For Chelsea, he's going to be a star for Chelsea.
Yeah, write them off. Okay, calm down.
Let's see. For La Liga, Elche Getafe beat Elche yesterday 1-0. The big game, Barcelona will play Alaves in today's game by 4:15. Let's see. And tomorrow, Real Madrid will play a game tomorrow. They'll go away to Girona tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting game in the La Liga. Remember, guys, I've told you that in the MPFL tomorrow, there's a game tomorrow. The Oriental Derby is Enyimba is going to play Rangers International. Hopefully, Darling Rangers will give us 3 points away because Enyimba know they do well this season, so it's a winnable game. Okay, let's start taking phone calls and get your predictions for this weekend's games. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, hello, good morning, Godwin. This is This is Leroy calling from Enugu, the Diana.
Okay, your predictions.
Yeah, I've heard everything you've said now, so and John, I've heard everything you've said, but I want to just say this, you understand? I want to put it in a very simple way. Anyway, I mean no disrespect to Chelsea fans, you understand? I really mean no disrespect to them because But at the same time, I don't really care how they feel because there's something I want to say. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't consider Chelsea as a title pretender. You understand? Tottenham more of a title contender. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't see them as a title pretender, Tottenham as a title contender. Why am I saying this? In the last 10 games we played Arsenal. Arsenal has always dominated the league, and I see them as a baby whenever they come up against Arsenal. You understand?
It go shock you.
Okay.
To come and fight and win against Arsenal. They're not supposed to win in the last 10.
Okay.
Last 10 matches, sorry, understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting Arsenal to go there and get the job done. I overheard you say they managed to win. That's a disrespect to Arsenal when playing Chelsea. For you to say Arsenal managed, you don't say managed to win. I'm beating Chelsea. I'm not managing to win.
If the goal margin is less than 2.
There's one thing people always say, the mic will say, I'm passing the mic to this, John will say, I'm passing the mic that gives to a defense. You see, Chelsea, they're passing the 3 points to me.
Okay.
Confirm.
They're passing that 2 points to me.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
They get the 3 points job done and put Chelsea at them at bay. That's all I want to say.
All right, thank you. Okay,
When they say you
I like
manage,
your ginger.
when they
your
say you
steez.
manage to win, it means that just 1-0, 2-1, you beat them. Say you beat person, now say you beat them 3-0, like how Liverpool they collect beating since 3-0, 4-1. Now say you beat person, you cool down, beat them. But 1-0, 2-1, now manage, 3-2, now manage.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, he's passing the 3 points.
Okay, name and location, please. Name and location, please. Okay, Alex, quickly, what's your contribution?
Good morning, Alex.
Please, which team is Man City playing again?
Leeds United, Daniel Fake's team.
Okay, Leeds United.
Yes.
That team is not, they are not so from level to what I would have been preparing on Banta.
Okay, in the plan banter. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you.
I'm planning on how to demolish him, on how I
but see,
Leeds is not that formidable. Anyway, but something can happen. We don't know yet. See my match. Maybe it's today by 1 o'clock.
No, tomorrow.
Okay, sorry, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
Manchester United, yes.
It's been rare for us to see 1 o'clock games.
Yes.
But I don't know if we can check that match on by 1 o'clock. I say that Ruben get this one over Oliver Glass. Anyway, let us not forget that 2 of them played the same pattern of games. Oliver Glass now, I fear that man, even though he lost against Strasbourg, I feel that they are going to make us drop points, but I hope that's not going to be so. However tactics Ruben Amorim want to bring, and see our players living for AFCON is going to affect us really, really well.
Yeah, so always that time we will talk about it now.
Affect us really, really well.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one where the Lord will come for inside.
Premier River.
And let us know just win this one, and let us wait on how January to be for Man U.
All right.
They go wipe us with the January period.
All right, thank you very much.
Premier River.
But again, they are still struggling. Imagine when they bring
But again, the highest goal scorer is leaving for AFCON.
It's going to be crazy. Okay, let's take phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, hello, my guys, studio.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I managed to do for many weeks in Istanbul as back, I know.
Okay, what is your contribution? Sharp.
What is that after family? Whether Nive or whatever. I like your confidence too. I like your confidence. That is the same way back and forward, having confidence that will beat Chelsea. What happened? They couldn't talk again after Chelsea crashed them 3-0. Pin down Jamal, pin down Rashford, pin down the winger down like that, the striker. They couldn't do anything. I have the confidence. You are following back and forth to be very confident that you can beat Chelsea for quick. Are you sure that you're going to get yourself after Chelsea trash you in Stafford with your Sundays?
Then beat Bayern now.
Why do you call again? I should call again. After Chelsea trashing you people in Stafford Bridge.
You know, say, your voice is not loud.
What are they play now, since we're about to start Fury, the player
Yeah.
that we're going to get is a Stafford.
Yeah.
It's not going to be serious. It's going to be his problem.
Okay.
But Barcelona defense that couldn't hold Stafford. We'll talk about Arsenal defense. Hey, okay.
All right.
What
good
of
to know.
Munich now? Munich.
Let us start Sunday.
But that,
All right,
but
thank you.
Chokode.
Now you we supposed to tell. Now you we supposed to tell.
Thank you very much.
Now you we supposed to tell because
But
una
this
too dey hide.
Wait,
But it's
let me-
crazy. Let me guess.
let me-
They beat Barcelona at Stamford Bridge and not Sunderland at Stamford Bridge. So football can be just a dicey
And
thing.
again, this same they want to hype this same Estabar.
Thank
This same
you.
Estabar was MIA against Bayern Munich.
Thank you.
Against Sunderland, it was MIA.
Thank
In some
you.
games like that, it was
So
MIA.
let's see.
So make una no come hype am.
As una voice dey loud, may loud on Monday.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning in the studio.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
It's Samuel from Africa.
Okay, your contribution quickly.
John, you don't join Arsenal now. Start supporting Barcelona. And what happened? You went market, did not come back with anything. So instead of you to give Chelsea their flowers, you are twisting everything. Now you have push your support Arsenal. But no problem, I don't even have much to say because I believe in 90 minutes result.
Okay,
Now
now.
Pama is back, so with
No excuse.
Pama, let's see what will happen. All I want to say is that I don't want any excuse, no matter what happened in that match, both from my Chelsea fan and Arsenal.
No
The
excuse.
referee do this or do that. Once if Chelsea beat Arsenal, if Arsenal fan call, let him congratulate Chelsea normally.
Simple.
If Chelsea, Arsenal beat Chelsea, if Chelsea fan call, let them congratulate. Even you people in the studio, nobody should say maybe in a red card because the referee cannot give you red card without you doing something
Committing a
that
blunder.
red card. So let's just leave it like that. I
Okay.
don't know whether Chelsea will beat Arsenal will beat 90 minutes on Monday.
We'll see.
Everything
We'll clear.
It go clear.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we
Okay.
say
I like this guy.
I like
Chelsea
this guy.
I love
fans
this
more
guy.
than no ghost because you guys are
I
no
said-
for
No, I love this guy. He just said it the way it is.
Simple.
He said on
No
Monday,
excuses.
we are here, no excuses.
No
No,
excuses.
no, the coach now substituted one player. He's not supposed to substitute.
if na that
Because
excuse
they pay a salary, he's
don't
supposed to
worry.
play. You get me?
Okay, let's take calls. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and
Okay.
location, please.
Okay.
Happy weekend to you. What is your thought about this weekend's games?
See, that thing I don't tell you to talk. That thing I mean just talk. If the parents cannot do better lineup, and let's leave that match. Nobody should not tell me that I should not complain. I have my match and there is no speech. For that match tomorrow, it will be a very tough match, but I don't really see Chelsea win. I mean, Chelsea fans, but if Chelsea get the better in that match, I'll be very happy. And if Chelsea got the win, I'll be very happy too.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see who is going to win and who is not going to. It's going to be an interesting game on tomorrow. Okay, let's take maybe one more call. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi,
good
good
morning
morning.
to you. Good morning to
My
you.
name is Amarat.
Amarachuku, welcome to the show.
I am a Liverpool fan.
You are a Liverpool.
Oh wow. You never walk alone.
Give the person who get this.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Okay.
Liverpool is going to beat Westham.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Tell the person we send you. Say I'll wait for his report on
Thank
Monday.
you very much. Okay, I'm glad I took this final call. Amarachi, thank you for calling in.
I will wait for you.
Your
Report on
faith
Monday.
has been sealed.
I'll wait for the report
You
on
know say
Monday.
God dey quick hear children prayer so sorry go and start buy tissue now.
Okay,
I'll go children dey for junction. I'll go beg them. They pray for me.
Finally, on our YouTube channel, okay, Chigozie is here on our YouTube channel. He said Nonso actually wrote off Estavo. I hope he changes his match after the match tomorrow.
I will change
Okay,
after the end of the season.
welcome to the show. Kenneth, this is the first time I'm seeing your comment. Please remember to subscribe to our
Yes,
channel. Kenneth,
very
please,
important.
very, very important for you to please subscribe to our channel. He's saying at this point, Liverpool should send delegate to Adoration Enugu. Like it was said, Slot was only riding on the structure instilled by club and have okay, hasn't evidently brought anything new to Anfield. Okay, let's see. It's also saying Chelsea and Arsenal have been at their best. We can't just predict based on sentiment and statistics. We just find out at the bridge. It's either Arsenal breaks the bridge or we'll be served rice. Okay. Thank you very much for that comment.
I like that.
Kenneth,
you chop rice.
Yes, thank you very much for Kenneth for that comment. Thank you very much. Okay, thank God is here. Thank God say good morning, guys. My name is Thank God from Enugu State. I don't know why you all hate Chelsea, but if you are playing for Chelsea, okay, praying for Chelsea to lose, your team will lose, and I know my team is going to win. He say my king, Cole Palmer, is back. Okay, thank you guys for joining us on today's show. Thank you very, very much for all the comments. Thank you, Amarachi, for your prediction there. I believe you, Liverpool will beat Westham. Because of you called, I believe that you are going to win. But it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. It's going to be Chelsea versus Arsenal. If Arsenal wins, 9 points ahead of Chelsea. If Chelsea wins, it's going to be just 3 points. So it's a very, very crucial game for both teams. But let's see what happens in that tomorrow's game. Finally, on our YouTube channel, okay, Chiagozie Isaac is here. Say, good morning, guys. My name is Isaac. Chelsea will win that match. Thank you for that comment, and please remember to subscribe to our channel. I'll see you guys on Monday. On Monday, we'll talk about this thing quick. We can open the phone line so that everybody. I like the last caller. I think they call one of the callers that said no excuses.
No excuses.
If Chelsea wins, just congratulate. Yes, even whether they cheat you or don't cheat you, just come in and call it and congratulate Chelsea. If Arsenal wins, call in and congratulate Arsenal. We don't want to hear excuse on Monday. But please join us on Monday, 8 a.m. sharp. It's going to be an interesting game at the bridge. Thank you for joining us on today's show. My name is Godwin. Have a wonderful weekend.
Same thing for me now. Only me tell you say the match is open based on how I think analyze now. It's open in midfield, but in defense and in attack.
Thank you guys for joining us on today's show. Okay, Isaac, I can see you. Isaac is saying Chelsea fan. Thank you, Isaac. Kenneth, thank you for joining us on today's show. Thank God, though, I can see you.
Please subscribe, I beg.
Subscribe.
Very important part.
Thank you, but I can see all of you here.
All the important part because
like the video.
Please subscribe.
I like this video. Tap. Like this video because.
Thank you very much. We'll see you guys on Monday.